Good day everyone. I, Junimei Canonico, together with my co-presenters from this group, will going to discuss to you the profitability, the liquidity, the financial leverage, and the asset utilization ratios of the brand that we choose. And these brand are L'Oreal and MAC. So L'Oreal is a cosmetic brand originated in Paris, France, which was founded in 1902. The very first product that L'Oreal launched was a hair dye, and since then L'Oreal have been part of the dominating brands that leading in the cosmetic industry. While the second cosmetic brand that we choose is MAC, which is a very close competitor of L'Oreal. MAC, or also known as Makeup Artist Cosmetic, is a cosmetic brand originated in Toronto, Canada, and founded in 1984. So MAC became popular because of the quality of the product that they produce, which what people like the most. And since then, MAC became part of the leading brand dominating the makeup industry. And now, the following reporters or presenters will going to discuss to you their interpretations about how liquid, about how profitable, about how many depths that this brand have, and how this brand utilizes their assets. Starting off with Mr. Mayorico Cabudunga Jr.
Good day. I am Mayorico Cabudunga Jr. And for this part, I am going to discuss my interpretation about the current ratio of MAC and L'Oreal. So let's first start with L'Oreal. So according to our calculation for the period of 2022, which is their latest financial statement period, L'Oreal have a current ratio of 1.02, and this indicate that in every 1 peso of liabilities that L'Oreal have, they own 1.02 of assets, means they have the enough capability of paying their obligation. So while for MAC and for the period of 2022 as well, MAC have a current ratio of 1.61. Ibig sabihin, sa kada 1 peso na utang ni MAC ay meron silang 1.61 na assets as pambayad, means may kapabilidad sila na magbayad. So my recommendation for this brand is to try minimizing the amount of debt they should get to make their ratio higher, which will encourage investors to invest in their business.
MAC and L'Oreal Cosmetics is now a trending makeup nationwide, even in TikTok app, which a lot of famous TikTokers and even artists used MAC Cosmetics and L'Oreal Cosmetics. MAC during year 2021, 0.23:1, it interpret for every piso current liabilities, the business has 0.23 quick assets. Therefore, the business is not liquid. It is recommended to refrain from borrowing an amount so that the current liabilities will not increase. It is also recommended to encourage the shareholders or business owners to contribute additional capital so that the current assets will increase in the form of cash. In addition, recommendation applied the MAC company during year 2022 has a 1.10:1 or 110%. Therefore, MAC company has enough assets to cover up its current liabilities or debt. As for L'Oreal Company during 2021 to 2022, 0.73. For every 1 peso current liabilities, the company has 0.73 quick assets to cover up its current liabilities. It is recommended to encourage shareholders to invest and collect its receivable.
The MAC Cosmetics Company, the receivable turnover in the year 2022, the business is able to collect its receivable 2.48 times in a year, and the collection of accounts receivable is made every 147 days. The inventory turnover in the year 2022, the business inventories are able to sold 28.2 times a year, and the sales are made every 13.2 days. To improve their financial health, I recommend that MAC take steps to speed up their collection process. This could involve offering incentives for customers who pay early or implementing stricter payment terms. By doing so, MAC can improve their cash flow and potentially reduce their need for external financing. The L'Oreal Company, the receivable turnover in the year 2022, the business is able to collect its receivable 7.2 times in a year, and the collection of accounts receivable is made every 121 days. The inventory turnover in the year 2022, the business inventory are able to sold 3 times in a year, and the sales are made every 121 days. In order to improve their financial health, I recommend that L'Oreal focus on optimizing their inventory management. This could involve reducing inventory level or implementing more efficient inventory tracking systems. By doing so, L'Oreal can improve their cash flow and potentially reduce their need for external financing.
MAC Incorporated has a total asset turnover ratio of 0.44, which indicates that for every peso of assets, the company is generating 0.44 of revenue. On the other hand, L'Oreal has a higher total asset turnover ratio of 0.85, indicating that the company is generating more revenue per piso of assets than MAC Incorporated. Based on this information, it appears that L'Oreal is using its asset more efficiently to generate revenue than MAC Incorporated. Therefore, if we are looking to invest in a company that is using its asset efficiently to generate revenue, L'Oreal might be a better choice. It recommends that with a total asset turnover ratio of 0.44, MAC Incorporated may want to consider ways to improve its asset utilization to generate more revenue per peso of assets. L'Oreal could also consider benchmarking its asset turnover ratio against other companies in its industry to ensure it remains competitive.
In max debt to equity ratio, they have a 1.05 debt equity ratio means in every 1 piece of shareholders equity that MAC has, there's 1.05 of debt. Therefore, in MAX, their operation is somewhat financed by the debt they have, more than the equity that shareholders own. While in L'Oreal, it shows that they have a debt equity ratio of 20.79% in every 1 peso of equity that the company has. That therefore, L'Oreal operation is financed by the debt that the company has. My recommendation is both companies, especially L'Oreal, should avoid depending too much in getting debt to finance their operation.
In every 1 piso of assets owned by MAC, meron silang debt na 1.57, means MAC have more debt kaysa asset, indicating that MAC borrows too much money that are way beyond what they are only capable of paying. It's the same case with L'Oreal. In every 1 piso of asset that L'Oreal own, they have 12.06 of debt. It means they are the same with MAC. L'Oreal also borrow too much money that are already beyond their capability. What I can recommend for both brands is they should stop getting that debt that they know they will not capable of paying back. And in order for both brands to pay their obligation, they can try to raise another capital to meet the amount of obligation they need to meet.
It indicates that the year 2022 gross margin of MAC is 17.38 while the L'Oreal is 71.51. MAC and L'Oreal company, it shows that L'Oreal is more sufficient to cover operating expenses. Therefore, it recommends that the MAC company should less the production expense, but yet the MAC production is quite effective.
Upon comparing MAC and L'Oreal company, MAC yield 9.13 net income in every 1 peso sales revenue. So L'Oreal has 14.92 on the other hand. Therefore, both company has sufficient firms profitability after taking account of all expenses and income taxes. It is recommended that the both companies should continue the process of production efficiency to gain more sales revenue.
ROA upon company MAC and L'Oreal company. At the year of 2022, MAC company yield 4.06 net income. Therefore, both company gain sufficient profitability on the assets of the firm used. Both company gained enough net income in every assets that used since both companies has enough net income. It is recommended that this company should amass more assets to gain more net income.
Return on equity of MAC and L'Oreal. In every 1 peso invested capital, the return of equity of MAC company has 8.58%, while the L'Oreal has 22.48%. So it means that both companies are stable to have a net income and increase their invested capital. Since both companies increase their invested capital, the recommendation for both companies is to invest their unexpected increase of invested capital to another investment that will help to expand their net income.
Today, we will be going to give some recommendations to these both companies to improve their financial condition more effectively. Anyways, we know that MAC Cosmetics is known for its high-quality makeup products with a particular focus on bold colors and professional-grade formulations. MAC Cosmetics offers a wide range of products including lipstick, eyeshadow, foundation, blush, mascara, and more. L'Oreal's product line, on the other hand, includes a wide range of cosmetic hair care products, skincare products, and fragrances. So in general, here are some recommendations of these both companies. First one is increased sales. MAC and L'Oreal Cosmetic can increase its sales by expanding its product line, exploring new markets, and increasing its advertising and marketing efforts. Second is control costs. The MAC and L'Oreal can reduce costs by implementing its supply chain management, negotiating better deals with suppliers, and implementing cost-cutting measures where possible. Third one is improved cash flow management. MAC and L'Oreal Cosmetics can improve its cash flow management by implementing better inventory management systems, collecting payments from customers on time, and negotiating better payment terms with suppliers. Fourth one is invest in technology. MAC and L'Oreal can improve its efficiency and reduce costs by investing in new technologies such as automated manufacturing processes or advanced data analytics. Fifth is focus on sustainability. MAC and L'Oreal Cosmetics can appeal to customers who are increasingly concerned about sustainability by using environmentally friendly materials and packaging, and by implementing sustainable business practices. Last one is evaluate pricing strategy. MAC and L'Oreal Cosmetics should evaluate its pricing strategy and adjust prices where necessary to ensure profitability while remaining competitive in the market. Overall, L'Oreal and MAC companies should take a comprehensive approach to improving its financial condition by focusing on both revenue growth and cost management. Thank you.